All right, we now come to this question here. Let's give it a read. It says, a new car is purchased for $34,000 and depreciates at a rate of 15 cents per kilometer. A, write a rule for the value of the car, C and N, after N kilometers. So we're writing a general rule here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go C of N, then I'm going to put in the original cost, 34,000, that's the original value of the car, and I'm subtracting away 15 cents, so 0.15, for every kilometer that I drive. So that's what it's going to look like. That's a funny looking N, but it is an N. Next, this is where you should get your highlighter out, find the value of the car after it has traveled 25,000 kilometers. My goodness. All right, so this means into the N spots, we're going to be putting 25,000. All right, this is going to get a bit messy. Try our best. So I'm going to put 25,000 in there is equal to 34,000 minus 0.15 times 25,000. All right, what's that going to be? So I come to my rule here, 34,000 minus 0.15 times by 25. 1, 2, 3. And that looks good. All right, that means my answer here is going to be 30250. That's going to be its value after it has traveled 25,000 kilometers. The last one here. Grab my highlighter out. It says, after how many kilometers will the car first fall below $10,000? This again is where we're going to use our solve function. So I'm going to set my rule equal to $10,000. So 10,000 is equal to 34,000 minus 0.15n. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into my CAS, into the solve function. I'm solving it for n. I'm going to go menu 3-1. And then I always like to do things quickly. I'm going to come up here, bring this down by hitting enter. Or you could retype it, whatever floats your boat. Then I'm going to put in an X there. I'm going to set that equal to 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to say solve that for X, please. Then you hit enter, and we're going to get this. All right, so this is 160,000. Now, this is where you've got to be very, very careful, because read the question carefully. It says, when does it first fall below $10,000? When does it first fall below $10,000? We're saying that when it has traveled $160,000, it's worth $10,000. Let me prove that to you. So I'm going to take this rule. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put this here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting 160,000 into the end spot, and you can see that it tells me that the value of the car is going to be $10,000. But does it want that? No, it says, when does it first fall below it? Well, I'm going to have to, and this is going to be weird. I'm going to say, well, N is going to be 160, 1, 2, 3, 160,000, but then I'm going to have to plus 1 on there. And the reason why is because it needs to be under $10,000. That means it's going to have to be, therefore, 160,001 kilometers. A bit odd, but you just got to make sure you're on the ball, reading the question ever so carefully. Because if you had just written 160,000, you wouldn't be saying where it first fall below it. You would just be saying when it's worth $10,000. All right, hopefully that makes sense.